In 2019, financier Jeffrey Epstein was arrested, but investigators quickly realized this case was bigger than one man. Flight logs and court records revealed meetings with powerful figures. The shocking part? This case wasn't new. Years earlier, it had quietly ended, but new testimonies forced investigators to reopen everything, and the evidence was far more disturbing. Authorities weren't just looking at a person anymore, they were now looking at a location, a private island, hidden from the public, and according to flight records, some of the world's most powerful people had been here. Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Dinesh Reacts and Reviews. Today's topic is definitely worth watching, so tighten your seatbelts, pay attention, and let's go.
Hey, I'm super excited. Please tell me fast.
Investigators didn't just find names, they found patterns. Flights, dates, repeated visits. This wasn't random anymore. Someone had built a network. And the question became, who knew? The documents didn't just show names. They showed movement. Same people, same nights, different cities. And always, a private aircraft waiting in silence. So the records were real. Then why was this flight never logged? Because someone didn't want anyone to know who boarded that night and who never left. Years passed and the world thought the story was over. Then suddenly the arrest happened again. This time the spotlight was global. Okay, this is where everything changed. The records were no longer hidden. They were read, compared, shared. Same trip, different story. Investigators followed the evidence, and two names stood at the center. For years the operation stayed hidden, until the records finally spoke. The investigation stayed quiet for years, but then the files were released. Reporters rushed in, cameras everywhere. Now the whole world knew. This wasn't just a rumor. Court was only the beginning. The investigation didn't close, it expanded. More locations, more records. This wasn't local anymore. It had become an international network.
Squeak!
Investigators finally reached the private island connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Inside, they documented rooms, records, and locations mentioned in testimonies. Then investigators opened the seized files and the case changed completely. Records weren't rumors anymore. They were documented movements, real people, real timelines. What they found suggested organized exploitation in Iceland. And suddenly, the world realized how big this was. Investigators said the island wasn't just luxury. Testimonies described extreme claims even spread online, but many remained unproven rumors. What was confirmed was enough to shock the world. Now here's where the case turned darker. Victims spoke about exploitation and trafficking. Those are confirmed in court records. So separating evidence from myth became the real investigation. Inside the courtroom, this was no longer rumor. Documents spoke, witnesses confirmed, and power, for the first time, had to answer questions. Then, everything burst into the open. Headlines everywhere, cameras everywhere. As you can see from the board, the clues are all connected.
Hey Dinesh, 1 second. They are watching everything, but nobody's subscribing. Guys, please subscribe now. More subscribers, more investigation.
Jeffrey Epstein was arrested, charged, and gone. But a case doesn't end when a person does. For many victims, the story never closed. Justice happened, closure didn't. And some names were never spoken.
All right, detectives, that's all for today. If you enjoyed investigating with us, subscribe, and we'll uncover more mysteries together.